pleased to welcome Dr. Madhurita Gupta, founder MyVets Charitable Trust and Research Center, and founder of Erna Green Tech Solution Private Limited. She is a change maker and a social impact entrepreneur. She has represented social innovation in various international platforms and forums. She is working towards creating a better future, transforming lives of millions of women, supporting menstrual hygiene in pollution-free manner through solar-based incinerator device. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm just sharing my screen.
Akhileshi, there are one or two questions which have come up. We'll take it together.
Can you see the screen? Hello. Hello.
Ma'am, the screen is seen. You have to click on your PPT slides now.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's fine, sir.
Hello. A very happy Women's Day to all of you. And before I start on the prospects of biotechnology, I would like to share about my entrepreneurial journey from where I began. Basically, I came from a very remotest part of Rajasthan, where even a basic education of a girl was a challenge. And now in February 2021, I have received the Strait of Magellan Award from all over Asia for my social innovation, Solar Lajja, which is the world's first solar sanitary pad as well as biomedical waste incinerator. And it has been declared top 10 innovation by United Nations, as well as top 20 innovations by United Nations Women as well. And it has been part of international organizations as well. And it has got many accolades nationally as well as internationally. And recently I've been part of the ambassador project where the Indo-Chile collaborations have been taken place, and this innovation has got a lot of applaud internationally. So our company deals with these solar-based technology, which is a very smart solution for the biomedical waste. And and basically the innovation is so smart that it allows the industrial level incineration of 800 degrees Celsius in less than 2 minutes. So this is basically because it comes with the direct current, and most of the available technologies which are there in India, it all runs with the indirect current. So we knew there is a global problem because most of there are 12 billion pads which are lying in the landfills, and it takes up to 500 to 800 years to decompose this pads because it all comes with the plastic lining. So the story behind this innovation is, while working with the women gynecological awareness in the forest area, I came to know like there were a lot of attacks of wildlife on the which were occurring on the women, because these women, they used to go to relieve themselves during their menses in the jungle, and the leopard and tigers, they cannot distinguish between a human blood and animal blood. For them, blood is a blood. So they started attacking this woman, and the data was alarming. That is where I knew like something needed to be done. So there was a global problem of the plastic pollution, and then there was this Indian problem where these women were attacked because in our country, not that much of sanitation facilities available in rural area. And this was a real call for the social innovation, because there was something which needed to be done to prevent this menstrual waste problem, as well as we knew there was no grid electricity in those remotest part of the jungle or in the slums everywhere. So we had the solution, but then there were the challenges. And as a woman entrepreneur, we know there are challenges. First challenge which all women entrepreneur face is the funding. And it is real. Being a woman entrepreneur, I have been asked many times, do you have a male co-founder in your company? And apart from that, woman goes through a lot of other challenges like the role conflict. She's a mother, she's a daughter, and once she's married, we don't know what will happen to her career. But then the best thing is you have to come over these challenges, and if you believe in your idea, you can go ahead and reach the success. And I believe India is the fertile land for the social innovation, because especially in the bio innovation sector, if you see, India stands #1, because there is no other country which is spending so much in the bio innovation as compared to India. And being the third largest startup ecosystem, we knew something needed to be done, and it is a really good for the young entrepreneurs to think, if they want to not only work in the India, but for the collateral exchange or to work in some other countries. So they must have the idea which should address the issue, not the local issue, but a global issue. So that is where this inspiration came from. So this is a small video. So as you can see in the video, the technology has been installed and deployed in various slums and tribal hamlets, and it converts any biomedical waste as well as menstrual waste into the ashes. And so basically, it converts all the biomedical waste into the ashes, and which can be used as a biomanure. And it is a very smart innovation, because it runs completely on 40 watts of solar panel. And if you see the market in the electrical incinerator, they need at least 3,000 watt of electricity. Even your normal microwave, it cannot go beyond the temperature of 200 degrees Celsius, but solar laja, it can reach the temperature of 800 degrees Celsius with the quick thumb technology in less than 2 minutes. And it runs completely on the artificial intelligence and has autoburn technology, and it is very energy saving if you see as compared to the market incinerators, and it is 25 times more efficient than the existing technology which is there. And we with this, we are transforming the lives of the rural women in India, and we have deployed it in the urban area as well, in the parks, as well as hostels, girls hostels, hospitals. And it can be in future, the technology is so smart and futuristic. In future, it will be installed in every housing societies, so they don't need to collect the garbage and go to the landfills. And the problem can be addressed then and there, and without causing any environmental impact, because if it burns, then it releases a lot of toxic gases in the environment. And before you start a business, you should know what kind of marketing you are planning to. Like, we have been doing the B2B and B2C marketing, and any product, if the entrepreneurs wants to create or scale up their business, they must have a media presence, and now social media is everywhere. So your technology must be very competitive, and you must have a very good market, and there must be a USP where you should stand better than the other competitors. Now, coming to the biotechnology and bioinnovation sector, there are a lot of schemes available in the market, and the government as well as the private investors, they are spending much money on the EdTech, MedTech, as well as clean tech. These are the future. If you see, a lot of schemes are available, and Stand Up India scheme for the marginalized community, it is very, very useful, because in rural India still, I have seen personally the tribal people, mostly the woman is the one who earns the bread. They go and work in the farms, and men just sit. So if they have such kind of schemes, they can make utilization in the agri businesses or livestock businesses, which will be very useful to create a market for them, and they can take their product from the point of origin to the end mile. And there are a lot of incubators and mentorship support with the government is providing, as well as COVID is providing, and bioincubation support, mentorship, and facilitation of the innovation is something which any incubation cell provides. So young entrepreneurs should tap the domain in the biomedical devices. And after the pandemic, there is a lot of opportunity. I won't say it is a problem, but it is a opportunity which they have, and they can tap this opportunity. Like health tech and IoT based technology has totally transformed the lives during this pandemic, and a lot of technologies have come up based on the AI systems, and like drug discovery, genetic engineering, which we are seeing in the vaccines, which are medical pharmaceutical companies are developing. In animal biotechnology also, it is a very good domain where a lot of opportunity is there, because most of these pharmaceutical trials, they are done on the animals, and most of these species are genetically engineered. And it really makes a difference, because most of this artificial intelligence, it helps you to just predict the medications or predict the diseases at a very early stage level, where the zoonotic diseases can be prevented. So these are some areas which young entrepreneurs should come up with the technology, like nanomedicines, tissue engineering, as well as bioprinting, biosensors. And I would like to take example of few of the technologies which were developed, like SIG2Plane based, it is a Bangalore based technology. They have come up with a very high-tech microscope, which does not have any intervention. It predicts everything based on AI. Then the Soham technologies, in this, they can detect a very early stage auditory losses or hearing loss with the, again, based on applied based innovations, based on the biotechnology. And during the pandemic, there were a lot of companies or young entrepreneurs, they have come up with a lot of solutions based on biotechnology, like Bugworks. They have developed the super drugs which can kill not only the virus, but the bacteria. So this is very futuristic. And then Equine Biotech, they have come up with the rapid diagnostic kits, PCR kits in the market. And once you develop something, it has a social impact, the recognition follows. And we are very happy to be associated with Tata Trust. And we have created a lot of technologies with them, with the help of Tata Trust as well as Reliance Foundation. And these are the two big corporates in India. So why I'm mentioning this, because most of the young entrepreneurs, they might think, okay, we do not have the funding, or we do not have this, that, but all these things are the challenges. You have to face it. And once you scale up your businesses, and if you create a social impact, recognition follows your way along with the money. So take the plunge of this entrepreneurial journey and make it a success, because if I can do it from that small village in Rajasthan, then anybody else can. And a very happy Women's Day to all the young entrepreneurs, as well as the women, especially the COI, who is doing a wonderful job. And I'm very privileged to be part of SIDBI, as well as COI, who has given this opportunity to the brilliant audiences, as well as the speakers. Thank you so much.
Wow, that was so enlightening. Any questions? Please, you can unmute and ask.